Hello, everyone. Welcome to Meditales with the Portatile Doctor, where I will review the accuracy and realistic feasibility of medical contents found in scripted and unscripted works, such as movies, TV shows, adverts, novels, and books to facilitate public health education. Don't forget to visit our website and blog today. So, moving on to something exciting, we will be reviewing. Can I get some drum rolls, please? Elevator Baby, 2019 Hollywood movie. Now, the beginning of the movie provides a background to the characters, which showed Abigail having frequent strong uterine contractions, which makes the event that happened in the elevator quite plausible. Now, the contractions continue into the elevator on her return trip down, and with the events that happened with the failure of the elevator and the pumps and bumps, which threw the two occupants of the elevator to the floor and Abigail into an unplanned labor. Now, in the course of that, Darry discovers that Abigail's clothes were soaked with water and correctly assumes that her water has broke, referring to the amniotic fluid, and this seemed to throw him into panic. Now, the screenwriter did well to involve a doctor in the character as one of the characters in the movie, and it gave it some level of professional credibility to what later transpired in the elevator. Now, with the increased frequency of Abigail's contractions, it tells us that delivery is imminent. Now, so far, the movie had shown good progress medically in terms of correctness. However, it gets a little tricky when Dr. Jibade instructs Darry to check for the position of the baby. For an inexperienced non-medical person, it is rather unlikely that he would know how it is being done without explicit instruction on how to look for the distinguishing features that distinguishes the head from the buttocks. Now, both of them feel round, and it is most appropriate for this examination to be done with the pregnant patient lying flat on the floor or semi-recumbent. However, in this movie, Abigail is found to be in sitting position. There was space on the floor of the elevator for her to lie flat, but this was not done. Now, let's move on away from here. Now, Abigail has had a previous pregnancy, so she seemed to catch up on Darry's report saying that the baby's head was facing up, or rather, positioned up. And she quickly asked him to check again because she understood the implication of this malpositioning. Now, in the event that a baby's head was malpositioned during delivery, it could lead to significant blood loss from tears if delivery is forced to progress. Now, it appears to give some relief when Darry changes his mind and says that the baby's head was facing down, but didn't really sound confident about this report, and we did not hear back from Dr. Jibade on how to correctly or to confirm that this is actually the case. Now, discussions ensue on social media, and it in fact corroborates what the reality is in the country regarding the poor state of emergency medical care, traffic, building maintenance issues, drug abuse, poor work ethics by staff, etc. The next scene shows further interaction between the doctor and the duo in the elevator. Now, with further interaction, he realizes that he will not be able to make it in time to take the delivery, and it is very important that this is reflected, because it's important for every doctor to know their limitations and to be able to institute mechanisms to ensure that there is no gap in the care given to a patient that needs it. Now, the next set of instructions on hand cleaning before examining the cervix is important to limit peripartum infection, which may cause early neonatal infection. Now, the odds of this happening in this case is very high, given the environment in which delivery is taken shows that the risk of neonatal infection will be high, even if measures are being taken to reduce the risk to the barest minimum. Now, It is not good news to find a mother in labor tired during delivery, which was what was depicted in this movie, because Abigail got tired at some point. Now, this is quite grave. Now, it is important that the mother completes the delivery process and is encouraged to push through fatigue to ensure the safe delivery of her baby. Because during delivery and descent through the birth canal, the longer the baby spends trapped in the birth canal, the lesser amount of oxygen gets to the baby. Hence, the baby can suffocate and die. More so, the risk of early neonatal infection is higher with prolonged labor. Now, and this is a leading cause of neonatal mortality worldwide. Now, upon resuming delivery, Derek discovers that the baby had a cord round the neck. Now, it was great that this was discovered a good time. Even in rural settings, inexperienced birth attendants might miss this. Now, in progressing forward, we see that the patient, Abigail, is pushing through this delivery, and upon successfully completing the delivery, the baby is found not to cry. Now, this is possible from asphyxiation, as we have earlier discussed, and it comes as no surprise given the preceding events that led to this. Now, in some scenarios, the baby is slapped on the back or put upside down and rubbed on the back, but these are not resuscitative interventions, and these have no scientific basis, but are often found to be practiced in various settings. Now, Abigail suggested that Darius should do same, and this was done. Now, the baby began to cry, and this was good news because we see crying is important for lung expansion and breathing due to the important change in the respiratory dynamics in the newborn, which we will not discuss here. Now, the next set of instructions by Dr. Jibade would be to guide Dari on neonatal resuscitation. Dari is asked to give 5 mouth-to-mouth rescue breaths, then commence 10 chest compressions using 3 fingers and a breath, then repeating this cycle until the baby responds. Now, this is the correct way to resuscitate a baby that does not cry, and it gladdens my heart to say that this was done. That despite the fact that Abigail suggested that Dari should smack the baby on the back, there was a professional opinion that was guiding Dari to do the proper thing in neonatal resuscitation. It is important to note that in neonatal resuscitation, 2 fingers rather is used, and the ratio is actually 15 chest compressions to 2 breaths, especially in neonates. It is important to count out loud when doing chest compressions, especially when working in a team, so that fellow teammates might know when to give rescue breaths. Now, the arrival of Dr. Jibade is imperative to continue care, which is in dire need. We subsequently see that Abigail and her newborn receive further inpatient care at Dr. Jibade's hospital, which is important given the delivery circumstances. It is worthy of note that while most time it is tempting for movie producers to end the storyline at the arrival of the doctor, it is important to demonstrate the need for proper follow-up care regardless of the outcome of the situation. Labor, like other emergencies, should have proper medical review to ensure proper evaluation and follow-up. Care should not end on the field after the immediate life-saving intervention has been rendered, as this often takes care of misdiagnosis and facilitates the prevention or early detection of complications which may inform further intervention. The production team, as well as all characters, did well in their various roles. Well done to the team. Overall accuracy of medical content, we will rate it as good. Good, good, good. Thumbs up to the team. So, what are you waiting for? Visit us today at www.posital.org.ng. Posital, quality of life getting better.